Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Three Dads and a Console, this time on tax day. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game and tax evasion news. You
So
need to know
salty,
about
dude. You are so
it.
salty.
It's not a good day. So we're here to do it for you. Remember, this show is kid-friendly, but not
Waba.
government-friendly. We emotes are needed. On the show, I'm one of your hosts, Waba Plays. The much financially lighter Waba Plays.
Much maligned Waba plays. Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting a revolution tonight because Waba had to pay his taxes.
And in classic form, I wait, obviously, like I do with you, to the last possible day to do so, because they can pry this money from when they legally have to.
Classic.
Yeah, so it was tax day, which it was a dark day indeed in the kingdom.
Sure was. Hi everyone, I'm Pez. Good to see you all. We just have to get it out of the way because Waba has absolute rants in his pants, and we need eventually it will just explode out of him like a 4th of July firework.
Yeah, so Merry Tax Day to the Americans. If you aren't in the US, this is the day where you legally have to basically, those movies where the bully will, like the cartoons, will take the people by the ankles and
Shake him down,
knock them up and down, and yeah. So I am today, like when Sonic gets hit at the end of a level and the coins just explode out of his person.
They're rings. First off,
Yeah, that was me. So
you got
yeah,
rings just exploding out of you right now because Donald Trump's like, "Give me your money, give it to me."
Like I said, I mean, you guys know I do eBay, so I have to wait till like the last possible day, and so like I make everyone wait, including my accountant / also part-time realtor.
Your poor accountant must hate you so much.
So it got to the point today, he's like, yeah, so I let accounts loose. I mean, again, he does good work and he does it under pressure, which is, I think, what I appreciate most about it. It's like at 2:30 and he's like, hey, so I'm missing the childcare, how much you pay for like daycare, and I'm missing do you have a 1099 for eBay still?
What?
And I'm like, that's literally the reason. So I'm like there and I'm reading him out loud because I'm like, we're going through and I'm reading him out loud the months, and he's like recording it. Like, this is such like duct tape and nonsense.
You're an animal. You're an
my
animal.
wife has something to say because she has a lot to say about taxes. Also,
this is not about this is about you mostly.
Me?
Yeah. Oh, we love it. We love it.
What? I can't hear what he said.
I said we love it.
He says that he has an accountant, and it's the poor soul who picked up his phone call at H&R Block like 2 weeks before the deadline 3 years ago.
Yeah, this guy has had the worst April 15th for 3 years because I'm part of it. And I looked to see when I started this process last year, it was literally the exact same date, which is April 2nd, which is way too late to be starting.
Bro, this poor guy, like April, like he turns his calendar to April and just has Vietnam PTSD because he knows
not a good time.
You're just sitting around lethargically not giving him your tax documents.
No, and it's really, yeah, I need to because I have to go through like a lot of like itemization and like reconciliation that obviously I have 4 months to do it and I had to leave it till the last week and a half. So you know what? I work well under pressure. But it was funny. So the two, like, I have my main job, which people don't believe that I have. I have eBay, which takes a lot of time and effort to. When I say that, I mean it takes 2 hours. It's not that much. And then I have Twitch, and so with Twitch, two things. I thought it'd be funny to share. So for those who don't know, hi, I technically stream on Twitch. I haven't since the fall when my computer broke. One, because NHL stinks. Yeah, you can go there and you can find a channel probably with no VODs. Use your Prime, and so because of
since October, use your Prime, so you can pay his accountant.
Always be closing. So he's going through like the totals. So I'm very aware of my eBay totals because I have a form. With Twitch, I have no idea, and also too, I have to. So I recently had to build my computer. So he goes, I'm just making sure. He goes, so on Twitch, you and I write off a bunch. There's a bunch of other things that I write off against it. Your profit was $5 a second.
Yes, sir, it was.
I was like, what? He goes, well, you had that big expenditure at the end of the year, and I do things like with packs and literally anything that's content related, including this, is against it. So, shout out to UG Dynasty and Hike Shadow for basically their 2 subs, which equaled my profit. If you want to go and double my profit, go use your Prime on a channel,
There you go.
offline channel.
It's easy.
That was a wild statement when he said that. He's like, your net profit is $5. Yeah, the computer was expensive, but I'm pretty sure I've found more on my couch then.
That's all right. Not wrong with that.
Oh, so yeah, and then today. So yeah, I had to not just pay the government, which by the way, the U.S. government. So I have a credit card that I'm trying to spend a certain amount. It's brand new. It's like a fee if you want to pay with a credit card. So the government, though,
Like to file your taxes?
obviously. Yeah, so obviously, if you owe the government, they'll just take it straight out of your account. They will not accept credit, which I understand why not, but still, I don't like that because I'd like to at least earn points on that. And then I had I got to pay for the privilege of having that prepared for me as well. But it's so I don't know. I just hate it, and you could I know roughly how much I'm gonna have to pay, and you can be like, okay, well, why don't you pay it over time, or you can pay it every quarter or whatever. I don't want to do that because I don't know, I'm petty. But the biggest thing is, okay, well, if you know it's gonna be this much, why don't you just go and invest that at 8%, which is what it's gonna be, and then at the end of the year you can make a little bit of money off what already have to set aside. Do you know how much 8% of never mind, I don't give the number.
Nope.
But basically
But yes, I do.
The amount of money that you would earn on 8% of what is owed is not worth the hassle of downloading like Robinhood or Charles Schwab and managing it, or the risk that's involved. It is wild. So you know what you do is whatever you paid in taxes this year, if you did, go down to the Encore and put it on. This is financial advice. Put it on red.
Listen.
Double down.
If you want definite financial advice, if you're in Massachusetts, you open up that DraftKings sportsbook.
Use code Bungus.
a psychic. Listen to this. In 2018, a psychic called a Buffalo Sports in 2018 called a Buffalo Sports talk radio show and said, I have a vision. In 2026, the Sabres are going to win the Stanley Cup and the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. You want to make big money? Throw That's $1 on that. It's about 2,100. You throw 100, it's about $21,000 to win.
I might do that. And I don't even
hashtag not financial advice. Hashtag Pez was right. Hashtag give half to 3 dads. Hashtag 3DC.
That's true.
3DC.
So coin. Yeah, I'm a pretty 3DC coin. Massive rope ball.
$sign 3DC.
Yeah, I'm a salty dog today, so maybe that'll make for a spicy, good episode. But
we love a good spice. Call us.
That's what it was.
Dune 3 dads on a console because we love the spice.
I can't. That movie.
I've never seen it because it just looks too sandy to me.
I got. That's why.
It just looks like a hot, miserable time, and I don't want to experience that.
I was gonna say I got bored through the first one, but yours I think is a much better.
I got bored reading the book.
Reason.
I didn't even finish the book. I bought it and I read like half of it, and I was like, "Oh, that's not for me."
I mean, I would ask ChatGPT to spoil it for me and be like, "Give me 2 sentences on this book and 1 sentence on why I shouldn't read it."
It stinks. That's all it's gonna say. It stinks. It's trash.
Yeah, and you got. Cast great. Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, yeet.
Doesn't do it for
Batista.
me. I mean, does it for me. Love a good Dave Bautista.
Oscar Isaacs.
Love Oscar Isaac. Love Zendaya. Timothy Chalamet. Yeah. No thanks.
You don't like the Chalamet?
Nope. No thanks.
I don't like his last name.
I don't like his face. I don't care about his stupid ping pong movie. I don't care that he was the bad Willy Wonka. There's nothing I like about him. So take that, put that in your pipe and smoke it Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah, let us know
wherever you are.
Let us know your top 3 and bottom 3 Timothy Chalamet experiences in the comments below.
Does he even have 6 experiences?
The Timothy Chalamet experience?
Yeah.
I mean, if you include SNL skits, no.
If you include bombing at the Oscars, yes.
Womp womp.
Speaking of bombing, speaking of bombing, how about that Iran war? No, I'm kidding.
Oh God.
Speaking of bombing, remember when Xbox raised their prices by 50%?
Do I ever? It seems like that's all they were doing.
Well, Mr. Waba plays. It seems that Asha Sharma, the new CEO, the one that you and I were like, ooh, I don't know if we really want an AI-driven CEO kind of mucking it up. In a leaked internal memo to Xbox employees, Sharma admits that Game Pass has become too expensive for players and that Microsoft needs a better value equation. It goes on to say, Game Pass is central to gaming value on Xbox. It is also clear that the current model isn't the final one, says Sharma. Short-term, Game Pass has become too expensive for players, so we need a better value equation. Long-term, we will evolve Game Pass into a more flexible system, which will take time to test and learn around. What are your thoughts on what she said, and what would it take for you as someone who owns an Xbox Series X to go back to Xbox Game Pass?
I'm surprised that they needed a leader to tell them that this wasn't the play, because us dopes were doing it for months. So it's funny where it's like, I mean, at least it shows they're listening or they're looking at the numbers and realizing it ain't it. I would say it's about time. I would not say that there's any way they can get me back.
That's it.
I'm good.
You're done.
I mean, it's not like, oh, I don't like Xbox, I'm gonna spite them. It's just they got nothing I really want to play. Everything that I do want to play is coming to something that I have, and I don't know. I feel like I gave it a good chance. I tried it out. I played, the first High in Life, which is when I got it. I played a little bit of Persona. I can have these experiences elsewhere. And then, I played some of the other games, and, again, not that they don't have a good selection, but like the ones I did, I was like, like We Happy Few, which I had looked forward to. I'm like, this game's not really that fun.
Game blows.
Yeah, which is too bad, because I thought I think the story was really interesting. I thought I was going to get BioShock, and I ended up getting, I don't even have anything to compare it to, but
BioShock.
I was BioShook. But yeah, I just think that they got nothing. Like even if they lower the price, okay, so what?
Right.
Cool. Like what? I feel like the price is like definitely part of it. But also too, if you lower the price, you're just giving away free stuff that you're making like deals on already. Like I feel like you should be like either improving what you have first, because I feel like a value proposition can be made where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm spending more, but I'm also getting this great experience and that great experience, and their experience are just kind of meh. But I don't know if you had any kind of takes on it.
No,
too.
I mean, so I don't have my Xbox anymore. I sold it because I wasn't using it. I knew someone that wanted it so they could play College Football 25. I already had it on PlayStation, so I'm like, why am I holding on to this, right? Like, and now so I play games on PC. Any Microsoft game is coming to Steam, and and I don't need Xbox Game Pass or Xbox Live or whatever we're gonna call it to play those games online with my friends. So it doesn't as a PC gamer, it doesn't do anything for me anymore. It doesn't grab the needle. If I bought Grounded 2 in early access right now, it's $30. That is a month of Game Pass. Like, that is a month of Game Pass Ultimate. There is a point, like you said, where there are diminishing returns, because much like Netflix, much like Hulu, it's a subscription model. But the thing with video games is they are priced already. So if I just want to go out and spend $25 on Halo Infinite or whatever, right? Even $60. Let's say I go spend $60 on the newest Halo game, that's 2 months of Game Pass Ultimate. After that, returns are diminished because you're still paying $60 moving forward. Yes, you will also get this library, but I would love to do a study. I don't know how this would happen what is the number of gamers who are playing multiple games at once while paying for Game Pass? So if Red Dead Redemption 2 is on Game Pass, are you going to play that and Halo 5 and Gears of War Reloaded and probably not. You're going to sink 200-300 hours into Red Dead Redemption. But if you bought it for $60, right? After 2 months, you know, of Game Pass, you have your money's worth. After that, you're still paying $60, $30 a month for a game that you could have outright owned. And that, I think, other than TVs and movies, right? Because obviously those are priced, but you also need more hardware to watch it. You know, you need a DVD or a Blu-ray player. You need to be able to find it. You need to be able to find it out on Blu-ray, especially if it's older titles, like older shows. So it makes more sense of why you would just watch something like The Office on Peacock, because you can watch it over and over and over again. Once you finish a video game, I would love to see the percentages that actually return to that game. Like if you beat High on Life and you enjoyed it, what are the chances in a year you go back to play it? Probably slim to none. It's not
never gonna play that game again.
Right. It's not like a sports game where you can pick it up because you're just playing the same sport. Like we play college football, we'll pick it up. We'll do 10 seasons of college football, put it away, and that's like, I'm going to start something with a new team. Because in sports, it's not a narrative. It's not like a single player narrative focus where you're just going to do the same story. Things change. So I think subscription models in gaming is really stupid. It's really, really stupid. Yeah. And while I agree that Game Pass was revolutionary at the time and it broke the mold, and it was very cool to be like, yeah, I'll pay you $15 a month so I have all these games on my computer. Now I just think it is, I don't want to say it's a scam, but there will become a point like right now where you will price yourself out of the model because you could have just bought the game outright and owned it. Or, bought it digitally and it's on your PlayStation or your console of choice instead of paying $30 a month to keep playing the same game.
That's how I felt with Persona, because like Persona, I mean, those games are for me like 80 to 100 hours, and
that's
when
one
I started
playthrough.
playing, yeah, and I maybe put like let's call it like 10 to 12 in it, and I'm like, I don't like want to keep doing this. Like I'd rather buy the game, I'll pick it back up with PlayStation, I'll do it when I do it, but I don't have that like time constraint. I don't want to feel rushed. And especially as like older gamers with like other commitments, like I can't just sink like 5 hours a day into a game. So I don't need that and I feel like also it like traps you. Like, yeah, like it kind of sucks that like with Persona, like, yeah, you have like your social links and whatever and the decisions you make, but you have like Persona is like enough time has passed where I'm not like bent about it anymore. But like, why would I want to? And I can buy the game outright there, but like, why would I want to invest in something that's like ticking?
Well,
and also too with PlayStation, you were talking about the price, $15 a month. It's like 138 with like tax in the US, which is like $11.50 per month. So like like even if you drop the price, like what are you going to drop it to?
Right. And this is the other side of the coin, which you mentioned, is you're paying $30 a month for Game Pass, and you go, you know what? I really like Persona 3. I want to play Persona 3, right? I'm already 15 hours into it on Game Pass on my Xbox. I want to buy it. So then you can buy it discounted, let's say $40. Okay. If you have Game Pass for 2 months and you're playing Persona 3 and then you buy it, that is like $100 out of your pocket for Persona 3. It's crazy. It's, to me, that's crazy. And I think if someone, especially us dads, if you're paying for a gaming subscription, you're going to be locked into one game. If it is a 100-hour experience, you're going to be locked into that game because you are absolutely consumed by it, right? So now you're paying $100 for Persona 3 when you could have just bought it for $60 off the bat. And then if you play it for 20 hours and put it down and never pick it up again, you may feel bad, but it's better than putting 20 hours in and paying $30, $60, $90, $90, and then never playing it again. And you know what? The thing is, like, that's fine. But for me, and clearly for Microsoft, they're going to change the pricing at some point because I would love a number on how many of their, like, what percentage of people who subscribe to it just canceled it the moment they raised prices. Cause I did it when they announced it. I didn't even wait. I was like, oh, you're announcing it? Okay, see ya. Deuces. And I was
Yeah,
gone.
I got my Xbox box over there. I have my Xbox in that closet, and I have to I'm gonna have to list it soon, and
Yeah.
I think I'll be able to probably get like 200 for it.
Yep.
I bought it for 250. I got a $50 gift card from Target I still haven't used, so I'm basically I leased it plus a little bit of Game Pass.
There you go.
But it was replaced with my my PS3, which that's a good console. And Pez, I think you had a question about our favorite consoles you wanted to pose to the folks.
So we talked about a few things already on this podcast. 1, taxes. 2, the sand. And 3, gaming consoles. Waba plays. Let's say you're sick of paying taxes and you are off to a desert island. You are given.
Is this real life?
You
is
are
this
given,
happening now?
Yeah, this is real life. You are given 3 consoles, any 3 consoles you want to bring to this desert island. It is the console and its library. Now I'm going to throw a few caveats at you. 1, there is no online gaming. However, if it is a multiplayer game, like let's say you pick the PS3 and you want to play MAG, it works. If you want to take the PC, Steam works, but you cannot access the internet for anything else. This is strictly gaming. Someone in chat asked if the Steam Deck counts. Yes, it does. It is a handheld. Yes, it counts. And you have your library. There's no backwards compatibility, so you cannot take the fat PS3 and go, yeah, I'm going to take that and I'm going to play all PS3 games and PS2 games. What are your 3 consoles and why?
I'll give you one, and then I'll need time to think about it, so you can go.
Yep.
My first one's PS3. PS3 is the best. My PS3 is so good that it is sitting right under my PS5, and it replaced the Xbox that I just talked about. It is my favorite console. I think it has the best games. I think the games for it are, I mean, I like there are PS3 games sitting like next to me. Oh, this is Phineas and Ferb. Shout out them. Like that's how much I still play it. Like Blitz the League 2. Like I have like all these old ones. Like I played like hours of like Hatsune Miku. Like Project Diva. Like it's where I first played, like Infamous and like Uncharted and stuff like that. And it's got just such a good library that I think it would be tough to keep out of the conversation. I think there's probably at least one more very strong Sony console, but I think the PS3, at least for me, was, I think the game library is just as good as PS2, but I think the game quality is much higher, and I think would make for a much better experience.
Let me give you my first one. The Super Nintendo. And I'm going to tell you why. The Super Nintendo has some of the greatest Nintendo games ever made. Super Mario World could be the greatest Mario game created. Now, Mario Odyssey, banger game. But what if you said, Pez, why didn't you take the NES because you really love Mario 1, 2, and 3? Ladies and gentlemen, may I remind you of a little cart called Super Mario All-Stars. So not only do you get Mario 1, 2, and 3, you also get now Super Mario World. You get Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, which is my favorite Zelda game of all time. You get Chrono Trigger, one of the greatest RPGs of all time. You get a ton of good sports games. Even sports games that a lot of people don't know that I really liked, like Super Baseball 2021, which was an incredible game. If you've never played it, go check it out. It is, at the time, it was revolutionary. Like a friend across the street had a Super Nintendo, and that's all we played. You had Sunset Riders from Capcom, which is like just an absolute banger. You had side scrollers for days. You had beat 'em ups for days. You have the original Mario Kart, which at the time was like game changing, literally game changing on how you would rate. You have F-Zero, which is such an incredible racing game. There are so many There are so many good first and third party games for the SNES that you could play forever. And they have replayability, and they are just some of the most quintessential games. It is such a good console that it is in our logo. That's how good the SNES is. And that would be my number one. That would be my number one game to bring on a desert island. Number two, even with my current library, is my PC. 200 plus games, all different varieties.
Plug it into the tree.
Just into the tree. I mean, all these consoles got to go in the tree, baby. You know what I mean? In some would say into the cloud. Into the cloud. You like that?
Boo.
Again, I mean, that speaks for itself. Lastly, it might be a little controversial, but it is a console that I have on my sitting over there on my shelf. The Xbox 360. Now, the Xbox 360 had, again, a great library of games. You like first-person shooters? May I show you 4-5 Halos? You like sports games? Hey, how does like NCAA 14 grab you? How does like Madden 07 grab you? How does the NHL 10 series grab you? Or like 10, 11, 12. Like those are like the pinnacle of NHL gaming. Gears of War, so third person or like over the shoulder shooters, your Gears of War 1, 2, 3, and Judgment. There were just a lot of really good games on that system, and that doesn't count the arcade titles or anything like that. I'm just talking like disc-based games. There's just so much from that system that you can play, and again, much like the NES, a ton of variety, but unlike the NES, not as many bangers. As it were. If you were to say, Greg, you can't take the PC, my other console, we could have a debate on whether a PC is a console. If you said nope, it has to just be like a home game console, the N64 would be my third one, because the N64 has Mario 64, which is, which revolutionized Mario games, right? It is the bones of Mario Odyssey, which is one of the best Mario games out there. You have the best wrestling games you have ever played, with NWO versus WCW Revenge. You have No Mercy. You have WrestleMania 2000. You have some really good hockey games on there. The sports games, the only you have GoldenEye 007, which is fine. I don't really like it now, but obviously you could enjoy it. There are a lot of great games for the and obviously Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, right? Great. Perfect Dark, great. Like you have just an incredible library of games that you can play. So I'll exclude the PC. It is the SNES, which is number one. I also didn't even talk about Donkey Kong Country, which has three bangers right there. It is the Xbox 360 and the N64. Waba, your last two.
N64 is a good one. I was kicking that idea around. It's like Perfect Dark. I played because I was an only child, so many hours in versus against the computer. I would be curious to go back into my cartridge and see exactly how much time I spent, and it will be disgusting. But that makes my other ones easy. So I will say the next is going to be GameCube. I was a huge GameCube fan.
Ooh, I like that one. I do like that one. Mario
now
Sunshine,
that I get now that I get
Best.
to emulate the games, I find myself playing them. I played GameCube versions of a lot of PS2 and Xbox 360 games. Shout out to Gladius. A lot of 007 games there as well. Not as good like Nightfire and stuff like that, but I think the library with like first party games, like they got like soccer game, baseball game, like like the Rogue Squadron games, like GameCube, Luigi's Mansion, like
Rogue Squadron games are really good.
They're just, it's fantastic. And like, because I've been able to like, put them on my Steam Deck and stuff like that. Like, it's just, it's great to being able to like play them again. And it's also like a really kind of fun, like portable console. I know that doesn't really matter if you're an island, but I mean, that's awesome.
I mean, who doesn't love a console with a handle on it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I still have it. I have my purple one because shout out to Nintendo Indigo Purple.
And should any animals attack you, grab that thing by the handle and just start swinging. So that thing is built. The thing is built for robberies.
I feel like the last one though, I was kicking around the idea of like a Game Boy because of Pokemon. But I'm gonna go in classic Waba fashion, and I'm gonna go to what?
You know, part of me wants to throw out like the Neo Geo just because I know how like strange you can be with your like Japanese weeb games. But I'm gonna say the original PlayStation.
So I started gaming on a PS2. Or no, that's not true. I did N64 and then PS2. So I bypassed the PS1. I was gonna say PlayStation Vita. The games for that, it's built to just like,
I love the
if I don't want to be,
PS
I don't want to
Vita.
be sitting down all day. Big driver, obviously Persona. I know Persona, yes, you can play it on PS2. The voice acting's not as good. But it's, and yeah, like, okay, it's like a 100-hour experience. What next? But like you have like, Gravity Rush, and like there's a Killzone game that's great, and like
Freedom
it's a
Wars.
really good handheld. Freedom Wars. Like the games that are for that, and again, a lot of JRPGs.
Yeah.
And like they are huge time sinks. And for like a portable machine, I like, again, before Steam Deck existed in my life, like what more could you ask for? It is a console experience on a handheld. And the library is so, I think, criminally underrated that all of you who have never played those games lack the conviction to be able to appreciate the experiences that you could have. So PlayStation Vita, gone but never forgotten. Rest in Spaghetti, we'll never forget. That's like one of the top game experience of all time for me.
The Vita has a incredibly special place in my heart because it is the first console I've ever played a Monster Hunter game on.
That's crazy.
And it was the Monster Hunter PSP clone. It was Monster Hunter Monster Hunter Freedom 2. That was the first one I ever played. And my friend and I would play it, and we would play at his place. I think at the time he lived in Salem, Mass. I would hang out at his house, and we would have to like use the console like Wi-Fi link to play together. And that was the first time I ever played a Monster Hunter game. And now that's one of my favorite series of all time.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm looking at a list from whenever Metacritic, like Persona 4 Golden. There's a game Velocity 2X, Spelunky, Rayman Origins, Little Big Planet, Guacamelee, which was great. Rayman Legends,
so good.
Tearaway, which like you used like the there's an Uncharted game, I don't see it here. There's a Final Fantasy remaster, so you get some of those Tales from Space, When Blobs Attacks, Velocity Ultra, a bunch of Weeb games. Hotline Miami, Rogue Legacy, like Mortal Kombat 2011, which is wild. Sound Shape, Steingate, like Grim Fandango. So like you like Minecraft too. So like there's console experiences. Oh my gosh, Zero's top 26. Good for that. Like the more I look at this, I'm like, this is just like, it's so good. Like
so
XCOM. Good. Oh my gosh, Severed. Holy crap! I need to I finished that game. And then obviously Miku. Oh yeah, Danganronpa. Like literally like some of my favorite games out there. And like it is. You get what it is. It's not like console experience, but there are console games: Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Need for Speed Most Wanted, FIFA Soccer 2012. If you're, I don't know, wanted her to play like the worst way. But yeah,
there was
it's
like
just
a Madden game on there too. It was like, dude, what are you doing here? Stop
There's
it.
MLB 12, the show, which that has got to be the most suboptimal way to play that game.
I played that on the Vita, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, because at the time. Actually, I can't remember if it was 12 or like 13 or 14. At the time, you could play on your PlayStation, upload your franchise to the cloud, and then play on your Vita. So I would like, when my daughter, it must have been 13 or 14. My daughter was still little, and she would get up on Sunday. It was my day to wake up. Which, by the way, parents, if you don't designate sleep-in days, your marriage is going to fail. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it.
I don't anymore because I'm out there.
Well, hustling. You don't anymore because she's also not 4. Like that's like too. Little kid stuff. Do that. So I would get up on Sundays and she would watch TV and I would sit downstairs because at the time we were in a two-floor apartment and I would all my gaming stuff was upstairs and she would watch like, I don't know, TV, whatever, the Obley Bonds or whatever the heck was on at the time. And I would just play the show and then I would upload it, and later that evening, I would go play my franchise like nothing, didn't miss a beat. Fantastic. I can't believe they took that out. It's so stupid. But the Vita was great. It's how I played Persona 4, like the first time I played it, and I fell in love with it. Yeah.
What do you think the worst game Metascore critic game on Vita is? There's 257 games. I went to the last page.
Is it something I'm gonna know?
It's not like I'll tell you the one before it that you wouldn't know. It's not Tokyo Tattoo Girls. Okay, this is something that got a little bit of brand recognition.
There's a little bit of juice behind it. I'm gonna say it is a. I'm gonna say it's a FIFA game.
It's a shooter.
Is it? It's not. It's not Killzone.
No, Killzone's one of the best.
Yeah, it's not a Call of Duty, is it?
It's Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. Has a 33 meta score. Also, what I just mentioned, Tokyo Tattoo Girls is technically 3 points higher than that.
Can you read the synopsis of Tokyo Tattoo Girls? Because not only am I very interested, but the chat at twitch.tv/Prizella56x is very interested in this game.
I will also say there's a game that I have a special edition for that I never opened that is also on the 11th page, which I'm very... Whatever, there's value there. So Tokyo Tattoo Girls, generally unfavorable, based on 8 critic reviews, 36. Generally unfavorable, 3.8 based on users. Where do I even find a synopsis? This one's in Russian. Tokyo Tattoo Girl stretches a definition of what a quote game is. Not in a good way.
No.
The amount of content here would be barely except for a free browser-based game. It is $51 on Amazon. Okay, become the tattoo artist. Choose your companion character to help you escape from Tokyo and develop her abilities by giving her powerful tattoos. I've looked into this. I've actually looked into this game.
That's crazy, because you know what it says on Steam? So I'm looking at it on Steam. It was released in November 14, 2017. It says, develop your companion skills by giving her powerful tattoos and battle the syndicate to escape the city in Tokyo Tattoo Girls. That is a horrible synopsis.
Yeah, these aren't... I mean, Metacritic doesn't have great ones, but Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified, by the way. That's the literally the worst game on there. It feels like a DLC bundle. It'll remind you of the very worst PS1 FPS games. And my favorite, this game should have stayed classified or at the very least been redacted. That is a writer.
That person is now writing novels. It's probably like Jason Schreier, who is just breaking news all the time now.
Dude, this is crazy. Like, dude, there's one... I'm sorry, these like user reviews, so like a lot of them are not in English. There's one, it's 7, and it says, spoiler alert, this review contains spoilers. I did read more, and it's just all in Arabic. So I did not get spoiled.
So let's go over your list here. PS3, GameCube, PS Vita. It's a good list, man. It's a good list. It's a good list.
Good amount of variety.
It's a good list. We had someone in chat. PC, N64, and Nintendo Switch. Switch is also a great one. Again, another handheld. Lots of a deep library.
Animal Crossing, but you could just live Animal Crossing.
You could just play. You could just.
You are there.
500 hours of Animal Crossing, and live the dream.
You are if you are on an island by yourself, you are one raccoon away from being your own Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Just don't let it loan money to you. A literal loan shark. Literal loan shark.
A lone raccoon, if I may.
So Waba, much like a desert island, I've been playing a game called Windrose, where you play as a pirate who wakes up on a desert island.
What games did he bring?
He brought Sea of Thieves. He brought that terrible Ubisoft game that has a Skull and Bones. And he has brought Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Okay, very good.
So 1 out of 3, 33%. If he was a baseball player, he'd be in the Hall of Fame.
I'm surprised he didn't bring Super R Type.
Ooh, that was good. You know what? I'm giving that to you. I liked it. Good job.
Thank you.
So Windrose has come. I've talked about it on the show before. It has come out in early access. It is a survival crafting pirate game. Essentially, survival in the terms of obviously games like Grounded and Rust, and like you need to eat stuff and drink stuff and not die. What I do like about it is you can go hungry and you won't die. Much like what was the survival game I played where when you do have a hunger meter, but when you drink, like when you eat stuff, it increases your health. But once you're hungry again, your health just goes down. It's not like you need to keep eating and drinking and you'll eventually just perish. It just affects your HP bar. It was sorry, my daughter's in Florida and is like, can we get the Disney Plus password? So just give me a second so I can send this to her.
What is it?
It is none your business.
Dang.
It's Russian. Nunya.
Just trying to finesse.
Nunya. So I'm maybe 2 hours, 3 hours into it, and I stopped at a certain point in the demo because I wanted to be surprised by early access.
Smart.
The story is you're a pirate captain. Your ship gets boarded by pirates. They destroy your ship. You wake up on an island, and you got to figure out where's my crew, where are my people, where's my ship, and you start building, workbench, armor bench. Go out into an island. What I like is these islands are all procedurally generated, so it's not the same island. So the island I played on the demo and the one I'm playing now isn't the same. So I have to search it all over again. The one that it is a 4-person co-op PvE only. So it's not like Sea of Thieves where you and your boys are going to play for 3 hours and then you're sailing a ship and four buttheads are going to come in and just sink you and steal all your stuff. Like that's not going to happen unless it's the AI doing it. And I was playing earlier today with my friend the Young Beef. Shout out Young Beef. He Beef. When you go into someone's game, your character keeps the stuff they already had from your first save. You can so that includes unlock. So if I haven't unlocked storage chests yet and he can create storage chests for me. So that allows not only not only does it give anyone above you a reason to come into your game, but also there are shared journal quests. So if me, you, Court, and someone else are playing the game together in a server and we're only going to do it, we're ticking off quests at the same time. It's not like when you jump in someone's game and the quest doesn't take off for you. So then in a solo game, you have to do it yourself. So there's progression. It's pretty seamless in and out. Drop in, drop out. The only thing that I don't like about it right now is load times, and the combat is a little Dark Soulsy. You will, especially in the beginning, you will die to a 3-star board 6 times, and you just have to learn to dodge, to run away, to just call it when you feel like you need to call it. But unlike some survival crafting games, when you die 2 or 3 times, your loot doesn't go away. So you will drop 3, 4, 5 gravestones and you can just pick all your stuff up and keep going. So again, really, really early into it. I love the building. For those that have heard me talk about these games, I love to just sit back on a Friday night, enjoy some of the, enjoy some adult bevies and just build. The building is very snappy. It's not like Fallout 76 or Fallout 4 where you just kind of have to place it and you have to perfectly line up your things or it's not going to work because there's no snap mechanic. Nope. These are really snappy. To me, it feels like I would say it feels like Grounded to me, a game that I have built the crap. I built palaces in that game because the building is just so much fun. So this has a lot of that. Right now I have a little hut on a little peninsula on the island with a deck, with a pier going out into the water. And I said, if they add fishing to this game, goodbye, everybody. You will never see me again because fishing in games is one of my favorite things to do in video games. So yeah, so far, really enjoying it. It's on sale on Steam right now. It's originally $30. It's on sale for $25 or $26 because it's a early access sale. Again, it's in early access. It's going to be coming to console, I think, when it is officially published in version 1 or whatever they're going to call it. So if you're into those type of games, give it a go. Again, the cool thing about Steam is you'll probably find out in the first 2 hours if you like it, and if you don't, return it. And that's it. But so far I've been enjoying it. I'm excited to try out a lot more. It'll be a nice change of pace from Monster Hunter Stories 3, which is just a single player driven narrative with some gotcha mechanics that Capcom always does.
I was on the Steam page, and like visually it looks very good, like from like being on an island to like your ship burning. The character creation looks really in depth with for like different like settings for like width and length of like different like facial features. And my favorite screenshot, your inventory, not only does he have a banana, but he also has a purple, which I'm assuming is a rare item, which is a taco. So shout out to pirates with taco inventories. I think that's more games need that.
Maybe he's from Spain. Who's to say? Who's to say?
Did they?
What?
Is that on? I know this is great.
We're gonna sit in dead silence while you look this up.
So I had to check this out so I wouldn't sound ridiculous. Tacos are not from Spain.
They are now.
We are
who are
crossing
you?
The seas.
Who are you to say that in Windrose timeline tacos aren't from Spain? We don't know.
I'm sorry. Google AI is just super ignorant.
You know what? Don't believe in Gemini. Maybe you're getting the bad twin. Okay.
I'm just getting the one that wants to tell me it's like there are two people. One always tells the truth. One always tells.
That's right. I got two wolves.
How do you tell them apart? Which where were tacos? Are there tacos in Spain?
I got two wolves inside me, and they both think tacos are from Spain.
True. Huh. Any final thoughts for the folks before we say goodbye?
You know what I can't stop thinking about now?
Tacos and wolves.
Lobster poutine. We talked about it last week, and now I kind of want to try it at the game, but I'm afraid to get like botulism and die from it. So
it's a social pressure too.
Again, I got two wolves inside me. One wants to live, and the other wants to die eating lobster poutine for $40 at Fenway Park.
That's right. After we talked about the baked bean hot dog, I came upstairs to find my wife, and I sent Pez a picture of this at the stove, making beans and hot dogs. I literally told him, I'm like, this is what we talked about, and I did share that, we're doing it good enough. You don't need to do this, but maybe after today, after tax day, maybe I do need.
Maybe you do. Yeah, that's right.
Maybe I do need it for a little bit. Maybe
She's still living those New England roots, dude. You're gonna be eating. It's bad when she busts out the canned bread with raisins in it, the brown bread with raisins. That is when you are below certain federal levels of income.
Yeah, we're living bare bones for a few weeks, but.
I don't think non-New Englanders even understand what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, there is bread in a can, and if you eat it, it's just
you die.
It's not good. But it's a thing here.
So here's the thing: if you eat baked beans, with hot dogs and canned brown bread with raisins, you wake up in the morning to the Boston Fairy comes. He writes slurs on your whiteboards. He leaves you Newport cigarettes and Dunkin' Donuts and a Red Sox hat and calls it a day.
He is wearing a Celtics jersey that he wore to a Bruins game, and he has a Shamrock jersey with a Shamrock tattoo with a scrape through it, a bear scrape as well. So that's... And cargo shorts. I don't know why.
I mean, obviously he has cargo shorts. We're all gonna have cargo shorts.
So this is just like the most.
And much like the man you're looking at right now, he has dark hair and a red beard because everyone in Boston, for some reason, there's something in like the water. We all have it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Oh God, the Newport cigarettes. I remember when there used to be Newport cigarette ads above the skyline. What a weird time that was.
It's either in Boston, you're smoking one of three type of cigarettes. You're smoking Newports, you're smoking Parliaments, or you're just Marlboro Reds. Like ripping. Can I get a Marlboro Red hard pack? Hard pack of Reds. That's it. That's what you're doing.
Oh God.
You're not doing lights. You're not doing Virginia Slim 120s. There are people that are like, "What the hell are you people talking about?"
Yeah, I used to work at a CVS. I knew all the brands.
Me too. I worked at a convenience store.
You learned a lot about somebody by what they asked for.
Yep.
Tobacco
You knew
wise.
that if someone ever came in and was like, "Can I get Camel soft packs?" that they were like 3 days away from lung cancer death, because nobody smokes Camel on filters if you are not just on the brink. If you're not on the brink, but you also knew that they were the hardest people you've ever met. Like you knew that they were going through some stuff.
Like you said, Virginia Slims. You knew who was gonna get those. It was a very specific type of.
There
was just a very dignified smoker.
We had a lady who would always come in, always, and so I worked at a local convenience store, and Sunday mornings I would put the papers together. Got to put the papers, and she would come in. She would get her black coffee, her black drip coffee from the convenience store, her newspaper, and she would go, "Hey Greg, can I get a box of V Slims 120s?" Every time. And I would go, "You got it." And there it is. Take the Virginia Slim 120s, her drip coffee. Meanwhile, there's a Dunkin' Donuts across the street. This is like 1999. So Dunks wasn't like a big thing, but it was around. There were like coffee places across the street. Nope. She wants convenience store coffee, black. She wants her Virginia Slim 120s. She wants her Boston Herald. And if it was a good day, yeah, Greg, go get me a $2 scratchy. Your choice,
I was gonna
hon.
say this scratcher.
Your choice, hon, because if I win, you and I are going on vacation. She never won.
I just remember
she never won.
As a high schooler, people would tell me things and I would just sometimes pick whatever. Like there was a silver pack, there was a gold pack. I did not know the difference. It was a little embarrassing when they're like, "Oh, can I have that?" You know what they sell behind the counter now at CVS?
Like deodorant.
Yeah, let me get some of the Pokemon cards. Yeah.
Hey, you got any of that baby formula? It's all locked up here in the front.
Yeah, give me that.
They don't. No one cares about cigarettes anymore. They're just like, "Oh, I need the CVS person so I can get deodorant because I stink. I went to PAX and all I got is this body odor."
Or like, "Yeah, can I get a pair of headphones? The airplane headphones that you can basically they hide behind there."
Oh man,
it's gone downhill.
Incredible. Well, we went to sign off 15 minutes ago when we went on a rant about cigarettes.
That's how it goes, folks. If you had fun, and if you did your taxes, please make sure to subscribe to youtube.com/say that's in a console, where you can check out more videos from PAX going live. A few have already gone live, and you can check out more. Check out the games, and if you like them, wishlist them and tag them on socials and tell them 3Dads sent you. Also, 3dadsconsole.com. We're gonna have a few articles coming out. I still owe those. I'm very behind on those because I have to clean my basement ahead of yard sale season. Also, do your taxes as much as I complained about them. If you don't, you will get arrested. They will put liens on your like on your property, and we don't want that for all of you because then you won't be able to watch us.
There you go. Can't watch us in prison, you know. These phones don't fit very well with it.
If you are watching from prison, let us know in the comments below. Yeah, and if you're involved, we'll throw a few bucks on your canteen.
If you're in Shirley right now, tell us what kind of Lucy's you're smoking in the yard, okay?
We'll put a few bucks on your comments.
Yeah. I'll tell you the 3Dads PO box. We'll be pen pals. It's all good.
Bye, folks.
Bye.
Next time.
Love you.
Or
bye.
in 20